Microphone. Welcome back. Today 1995 quarter dollar. You might be holding a fortune in your pocket and not even know it. Stay tuned as we uncover the secrets, history, and unbelievable values of this coin, microphone. Before we dive into its staggering value, let's take a quick look at the history of the 1995 quarter dollar coin. This coin is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932. In 1995, the U.S. Mint struck millions of these quarters, but only a few rare ones are worth a fortune. Microphone. The front of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington, a design by John Flanagan. The reverse shows the iconic bald eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, a symbol of strength and peace. These quarters were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The San Francisco quarters were struck for proof sets, making them rarer than others. Microphone. Alright, now let's talk about what you really want to know: how much is the 1995 quarter actually worth? Microphone. Most circulated 1995 quarters are worth just 25 cents. However, if you have a high-grade uncirculated or proof version, the value skyrockets. Let's break it down. Regular circulated quarter, 25 cents to $1 ms, 65, $10 to $50 ms, 67, $500 to $1,500 proof quarters, $2,000 plus error coins up to $95 million. Microphone. Yes, you heard that right. There are certain error quarters from 1995 that collectors are willing to pay outrageous amounts for. So, what makes these coins so valuable? Let's find out. Microphone. There are rare mint errors that can turn an ordinary 1995 quarter into a collector's dream. Here are some to look out for. 1. Double die obverse. Microphone. This is one of the most famous errors. If you notice doubling in the words liberty or in God we trust, you may have struck gold. Some of these coins have sold for thousands. 2. Off-center strike. Microphone. If your quarter was struck improperly and the design is shifted off-center, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands depending on how severe the error is. 3. Wrong planchet error. Microphone. In rare cases, some 1995 quarters were mistakenly struck on nickel or dime planchets. These ultra-rare finds can fetch tens of thousands of $4. Missing clad lay. Microphone. Some quarters are missing their outer nickel layer, revealing a copper core. These are extremely rare and valuable. Microphone. Now, how can you tell if your 1995 quarter is worth a fortune? Follow these steps. White heavy checkmark. Step 1. Check for a mint mark. White heavy checkmark. Step 2. Look for errors like doubling, off-centering, or missing layers. White heavy checkmark. Step 3. Examine the condition. Higher grades mean higher value. White heavy checkmark. Step 4. Use a coin magnifier or take it to a professional grader. Microphone. If you think you have a rare or valuable coin, consider sending it to a professional grading service for authentication. Microphone. So, you found a rare 1995 quarter. What now? Here are the best places to sell it: Moneybag online auctions, Moneybag coin shows and dealers, Moneybag local coin shops, Moneybag coin grading. Microphone. Collectors and investors are always hunting for these rare coins, so don't settle for less. Get your coin properly valued. Microphone. Could you be sitting on a hidden fortune? Check your pockets, your piggy banks, and even your couch cushions. You never know what treasure you might find. Microphone. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Microphone. Drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare quarter? Let us know, and we might feature your story in the next video. Thanks for watching. Happy collecting. Next, today 1984 quarter worth a staggering $84 million. Yes, you heard that right. While most 1984 quarter dollar coins are worth just 25 cents, a few rare and special varieties have sold for thousands, or even millions, of dollars. In this video, we'll dive deep into the history, rare errors, and high-value versions of the 1984 quarter. Stay tuned because you might have one of these hidden treasures in your pocket. Before we get into values, let's take a quick look at the history of the 1984 Washington quarter. This coin is part of the long-running Washington Quarter series, which started in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. Designed by John Flanagan, This quarter features Washington's profile on the obverse and an American eagle on the reverse with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows and olive branches. In 1984, the U.S. Mint struck these quarters in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco. Most of these coins were made for everyday use, but some rare ones escaped the mint with errors or unique qualities that make them extremely valuable today. Not all 1984 quarters are worth big money, so what makes some of them valuable? Here are the key factors. 1. Mint mark and rarity. Regular Philadelphia and Denver quarters are common, but rare mint errors can make them valuable. San Francisco proof quarters in perfect condition can also fetch high prices. Coin condition circulated quarters are usually worth just 25 cents, uncirculated MS-65, MS-70 graded coins can be worth hundreds or even thousands. Proof coins from San Francisco, with deep mirror-like finishes, are highly collectible. Rare mint errors and varieties. Double die obverse. Some 1984 quarters have noticeable doubling on Washington's face, motto, or date. Off-center strikes. If the design is off-center, the coin can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. Missing clad layer. Some quarters were struck without their outer layer, appearing copper on one side. Broad strikes and die breaks. Odd-shaped or broken designs from minting mistakes also add. Now, let's get to the exciting part: real-life sales of 1984 quarters that shocked collectors. 1984 P quarter sold for $4,000 plus. This nearly perfect Philadelphia minted quarter sold for over $4,000 because of its stunning condition. 1984 D quarter sold $4,300, one of the finest Denver quarters ever found. This coin had no scratches and sharp details, making it highly desirable. 1984 S proof quarter sold for $2,800. This flawless San Francisco proof coin had a perfect grade, making it a top-tier collector's item. 4. Rare mint error quarter sold for over $10,000. A dramatic off-center strike 1984 quarter, graded MS-65, sold for an unbelievable $10,000 at auction. Now, what about the $84 million question? While no single 1984 quarter has sold for that much, imagine a one-of-a-kind mint error discovered today. If an ultra-rare prototype, wrong planchet, or misprinted quarter were to surface, it could become the most valuable Washington quarter ever. The world of numismatics is always full of surprises, and new discoveries are being made all the time. If you have a 1984 quarter, here's what you should do to check its value. Check the mint mark, look for D, P, or S under the date. Inspect for errors, use a magnifying glass to find doubling, off-center strikes, or missing layers. 3. Check the condition. Compare with grading charts to estimate its worth. Weigh the coin. A normal quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. Any variations could indicate a rare planchet error. 5. Get it professionally graded. If your coin looks unique, send it to PCGS or NGC for certification. If you think you have a valuable 1984 quarter, here are the best places to sell it. Coin auctions best for rare, high-value coins. eBay or Etsy, great for general collectors. Local coin dealers, quick sales, but research first. Facebook Marketplace and coin forums, network with collectors for fair prices. That's everything you need to know about the 1984 Washington quarter and why some of them could be worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin videos, and comment below if you have a special 1984 quarter in your collection. Thanks for watching. Happy collecting. Next today, 1987, we're diving into one of the most valuable and mysterious coins out there, the 1987 quarter dollar. Some rare versions of this coin are worth big money, and believe it or not, we're talking about a mind-blowing face value of $87 million. Stay tuned to find out the secrets behind this incredible coin. Before we jump into the value, let's take a quick look at the history of the 1987 quarter dollar. This coin is part of the famous Washington quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. It was originally introduced to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. In 1987, the U.S. Mint continued producing Washington quarters in large numbers. But here's the interesting part: no quarters were minted for circulation at the Denver Mint in 1987. That means all 1987 quarters you find from the D Mint come from special mint sets, making them slightly more valuable than your average pocket change. The coins were struck in two major locations: white heavy checkmark Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark before 1980, but you'll see a P on quarters minted after. White heavy checkmark Denver Mint, only in special sets, no circulation strikes. White heavy checkmark San Francisco Mint, these are proof coins made for collectors. Now let's talk about the real reason you're here. How can a 1987 quarter be worth a staggering $87 million? Well, there are some incredible errors and rare variations that make this coin a collector's dream. Double die obverse error. One of the most famous errors on the 1987 quarter is the double die obverse. This happens when the coin's design is struck twice slightly out of alignment, causing letters and numbers to appear doubled. If you spot this error, it could be worth thousands, or even millions. Off-center strike. Imagine a quarter where part of the design is missing because it was struck off-center. Some of these can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on how much of the design is missing. The more extreme the error, the higher the value. No mint mark errors. While most 1987 quarters from Philadelphia have a P mint mark, some rare ones were mistakenly struck without any mint mark at all. If you find a quarter from 1987 with no mint mark, get it checked. It might be a hidden gem worth a lot. Clipped planchet error. Another rare mistake occurs when part of the coin's metal blank is missing before striking. This is called a clipped planchet error, and it can significantly increase the coin's value. Not all 1987 quarters are worth a fortune, so let's break down what makes one especially valuable. Small blue diamond condition and grade. Coins in mint state or proof condition are far more valuable. Small blue diamond errors and variations, rare mistakes like double dies, off-center strikes, or missing mint marks drive up the price. Rarity and demand. Some coins, especially those from special sets, are harder to find. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. Now, let's talk about real numbers. How much have collectors actually paid for a 1987 quarter money bag? 1987 P quarter in MS 67, sold $4.3000. Money bag 1987 D quarter in MS 68, sold for $5,500. Money bag rare 1987 era quarter, sold $4.15000 inch. But here's where things get crazy. Some ultra-rare versions of this coin are rumored to be worth up to $87 million. While no official sale has reached that price yet, some collectors believe a unique prototype or ultra-rare error could fetch this mind-blowing amount. If you're wondering whether you have one of these valuable 1987 quarters, here's what you need to do. White heavy checkmark. Check for errors, look for doubling, missing mint marks, or off-center strikes. White heavy checkmark. Examine the condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable it is. White heavy checkmark. Use a magnifying glass. Some errors are tiny but can mean big money. White heavy checkmark. Get it graded. Certified coins from PCGS or NGC fetch the highest prices. To wrap things up, the 1987 quarter dollar is more than just loose change. It could be your golden ticket to a huge payday. Whether it's an error coin, a high-grade specimen, or an ultra-rare variation, always check your quarters carefully. You never know what treasure you might be holding. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin discoveries, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. Who knows? You might be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for watching. Happy collecting. Next, today 1980, we read, diving deep into the fascinating history of the 1980 quarter, uncovering rare and valuable varieties, and revealing why some of these coins are fetching unbelievable prices at auctions. So stick around because you don't want to miss this. Let's take a trip back to 1980. The United States was going through some major changes. Ronald Reagan was about to take office, the economy was shifting, and the U.S. Mint was busy producing millions of coins, including the Washington quarter. The 1980 quarter is part of the long-running Washington quarter series, which began in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. These coins were originally made of 90% silver, but by 1965, the mint switched to a copper-nickel clad composition to cut costs. In 1980, quarters were produced at 3 different U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco. While most of these quarters were just your everyday pocket change, a few rare varieties and errors have turned some of them into jaw-dropping treasures worth big money. If you have a 1980 quarter, the first thing you want to do is check where it was minted. The mint mark is located on the right side of Washington's ponytail. Here's what you need to know: 1980 P. This was the first year that Philadelphia quarters had a P mint mark. Before 1980, Philadelphia coins had no mint mark. 1980 D. These were widely circulated but still hold value in high grades. 1980 S. These are proof coins meant for collectors and have a mirror-like finish. Now, let's talk rarities and errors. This is where the big money comes in. Some 1980 quarters can sell for thousands, even millions, of dollars. But what makes them so valuable? Let's look at some of the most sought-after varieties. 1. Double die obverse. This rare error occurs when the design is stamped twice slightly off, creating a noticeable doubling effect, especially in Washington's profile or the lettering. Some of these have sold for over $10,000. 2. Off-center strikes. If a coin was struck improperly, you might see part of the design missing or shifted. The more off-center it is, the more valuable, some reaching $5,000 plus 3 missing clad layer. Some quarters were struck without their outer nickel layer, exposing the copper core. These unusual coins can be worth $2,000 or more. 4. Full step reverse and high-grade coins. A 1980 quarter graded MS 67 or higher by PCGS or NGC is extremely rare. Some of these have fetched over $10,000 at auctions, but what about the legendary $80 million quarter? Let's get into it. There have been rumors and speculation about a super rare 1980 quarter worth $80 million. Could it be Ray? While no officially documented 1980 quarter has sold for that much, some collectors believe an ultra-rare prototype or minting error exists, one that could be worth an astronomical sum. Imagine discovering a one-of-a-kind 1980 quarter, unlike anything ever seen before. If such a coin were authenticated, it could break all records. So, how do you know if you have a valuable 1980 quarter? Here's what to do. White heavy checkmark. Step 1. Look for mint marks, P, D, or S. White heavy checkmark. Step 2. Check for errors like doubling, missing layers, or off-center strikes. White heavy checkmark. Step 3. Examine the condition. Higher grades equals higher value. White heavy checkmark. Step 4. Get it graded by professionals like PCGS or NGC. White heavy checkmark. Step 5. Research auction results to see what similar coins have sold for. Even if your 1980 quarter isn't an $80 million treasure, it might still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. So, the next time you check your pocket change, don't overlook your quarters. The 1980 Washington quarter is more than just spare change, it could be a fortune waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on rare and valuable coin discoveries. Drop a comment below if you have a 1980 quarter, I'd love to hear what you found. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting, coin collectors.